What does this hand signal represent? A. Left turn. B. Right turn. C. Slow or stop. Right turn. This hand signal indicates a right turn. The driver extends their left arm upward to signal turning right. You may not be able to drive safely if you are A. Worried. B. Excited. C. Crying. Answer choices. Only A and C are correct. Only B and C are correct. A, B, and C are correct. A, B, and C are correct. Emotions can affect your ability to drive safely. Feeling worried, excited, or crying can all impair focus, reaction time, and judgment, making it unsafe to drive. Double solid yellow lines. Which statement is incorrect? A. Vehicles moving in either direction must not pass or cross these lines. B. May turn left or pass a bicyclist when it is safe to do so. C. Vehicles moving in the right direction may pass or cross these lines. Vehicles moving in the right direction may pass or cross these lines. Double solid yellow lines prohibit passing or crossing from either direction, except for left turns or safely passing a bicyclist. Which pair is correct about driving distractions? A. Visual, thinking about anything other than driving. B. Manual, taking your hands off the steering wheel. C. Cognitive, taking your eyes off the road. Manual, taking your hands off the steering wheel. The correct categories of distractions are visual, when you take your eyes off the road; manual, when you take your hands off the steering wheel; and cognitive, when your mind is focused on something other than driving. Which of the statements below is correct? A. Single solid white line marks the right edge of the roadway. B. Single solid yellow line marks the right edge of the roadway. C. Single solid white line marks the left edge of the roadway. Single solid white line marks the right edge of the roadway. A single solid white line marks the right edge of the roadway. A single solid yellow line marks the left edge on divided highways and one-way streets. Which of the following is not a sign of road rage? A. Throwing objects from the vehicle. B. Making obscene hand gestures. C. Taking medication while driving. Taking medication while driving. Signs of road rage include aggressive or violent behaviors like throwing objects, making obscene gestures, or trying to confront other drivers. Simply taking medication while driving is not a sign of road rage. What kind of traffic lane is shown here? A. Turn lane. B. Reversible lane. C. Shared use lane. Reversible lane. Reversible lanes are designed to handle rush hour traffic by changing the direction of travel at set times. They are marked with special pavement markings, lane signals, and signs. Which of the following warning systems is correctly paired? A. Blind spot warning. Alerts if drifting out of its lane. B. Rear cross traffic warning. Warns of vehicles while reversing. C. Lane departure warning. Alerts if vehicles are in adjacent lanes. Rear cross traffic warning warns of vehicles while reversing. Rear cross traffic warning is correctly paired because it alerts the driver to vehicles approaching from the sides while reversing, which may be outside the view of the backup camera. The other options are incorrectly paired. Blind spot warning detects vehicles in adjacent lanes, not lane drifting, and lane departure warning alerts when the vehicle drifts out of its lane, not for vehicles in adjacent lanes. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Divided highway ends. B. Divided highway ahead. C. Two-way traffic ahead. Divided highway ends. The divided highway ends 350 to 500 feet ahead. You will then be on a roadway with two-way traffic. Keep to the right. Texting falls under which categories of distractions? Options: A. Visual. B. Manual. C. Cognitive. Answer choices: A and B only. B and C only. A, B, and C. A, B, and C. Texting while driving involves visual distraction, eyes off the road, manual distraction, hands off the wheel, and cognitive distraction, mind off driving, making it extremely dangerous. Identify the incorrect statements about vehicle brakes. A. The brake pedal should touch the floor when pressed. B. Scraping or squealing noises may mean the brakes need repair. C. If the car pulls to one side when braking, the brakes may need repair. The brake pedal should touch the floor when pressed. The brake pedal should remain above the floor when pressed. If the car pulls to one side or makes scraping or squealing noises while braking, it indicates the brakes may need repair. What is true about blind spots? A. You can see them in your rearview mirrors. B. You can't see them with your peripheral vision. C. You can see them with your peripheral vision. You can't see them with your peripheral vision. Blind spots are areas around your vehicle, especially near the left and right rear corners, that cannot be seen in your rear view or side mirrors. They also cannot be seen with your peripheral vision. To check blind spots, you must look over your shoulder before changing lanes or merging. What is the correct right-of-way rule at an intersection? A. If vehicles arrive at approximately the same time, each driver must yield to the driver on their left. B. At a two-way stop, the vehicle going straight must yield to the turning vehicle. C. At a two-way stop, the vehicle turning must yield to the vehicle going straight. At a two-way stop, the vehicle turning must yield to the vehicle going straight. At an intersection, the vehicle that arrives first goes first. If two vehicles arrive at the same time, you must yield to the vehicle on your right. At a two-way stop, a turning vehicle must yield to the vehicle going straight. Which of the following is incorrect when leaving a limited access highway? A. Activate your turn signal and hazard lights. B. Check the posted safe speed for the exit ramp. C. Most exits are from the right lane. Activate your turn signal and hazard lights. When leaving a limited access highway, you should use your turn signal to show your intention to exit. Hazard, emergency, lights are not used in this situation. You also need to check the posted safe speed for the exit ramp, and remember that most exits are from the right lane. Therefore, the statement about using hazard lights is incorrect. In an emergency, drivers with ABS should A. Press down hard on the brake pedal. B. Release steady pressure from the brake pedal. C. Pump the brakes manually. Press down hard on the brake pedal. Drivers should press down hard on the brake pedal and hold it. ABS automatically pumps the brakes faster than a human could, helping maintain control. Releasing pressure or pumping the brakes manually can disengage the system. During a tire blowout, you should not A. Take your foot off the gas. Do not use the brakes. B. Brake hard when the car is under control. C. Pull completely off the pavement or roadway. Brake hard when the car is under control. If a tire blows out, take your foot off the gas and steer carefully. Once the vehicle is under control, brake softly and safely pull off the road. What does this warning sign represent? A. Stop sign ahead. B. Advisory speed sign. C. Yield ahead. Yield ahead. Yield sign ahead. Slow down and be prepared to stop or adjust speed to traffic. Is the following statement correct? Airbags are not a replacement for wearing a safety belt. A. Yes. B. No. C. Only in some cases. Yes. Airbags are designed to protect occupants during a collision, but they do not replace safety belts. Belts must always be worn. Identify the incorrect statement about roundabouts. A. Roundabouts travel in a one-way, counterclockwise direction. B. If there is no traffic, you may enter without yielding. C. Changing lanes in the roundabout is permitted. Changing lanes in the roundabout is permitted. Roundabouts are designed for smooth, one-way, counterclockwise traffic flow. Drivers entering must yield to vehicles already in the roundabout, but if no traffic is present, you may enter without yielding. However, changing lanes while inside a roundabout is not allowed. Drivers must choose the correct lane before entering and stay in it until they exit. Before you start your engine. Options. A. Lock all car doors. B. Be sure the vehicle is in gear. C. Fasten your safety belt. Answer choices. Only A and B are correct. Only A and C are correct. Only B and C are correct. Only A and C are correct. Before starting your engine, you should lock all car doors and fasten your safety belt, but the vehicle must be in park or neutral, not in gear. What is the average perception time for an alert driver? A. 3/4 second to 1 second. B. Half a second to 1 second. C. 1/4 second to 1 second. Three-quarters second to 1 second. Perception time is the time it takes from the moment your eyes see a hazard until your brain recognizes it. Under favorable conditions, The average perception time for an alert driver is 3/4 second to 1 second. This can be affected by factors such as fatigue, medication, visibility, and the type of hazard. What does this sign mean? A. U-turn permitted. B. No U-turn. C. U-turn with caution. No U-turn. This regulatory sign prohibits drivers from making a U-turn at that location. What is the color and shape of warning signs? A. Blue and diamond. B. Red and rectangle. C. Yellow and diamond. Yellow and diamond. Warning signs are usually yellow and diamond shaped, alerting drivers to upcoming road conditions or hazards. Which sign does this represent? A. Side road. B. Cross road. C. Winding road. Side road. Another road enters the highway from the direction shown. Watch for traffic from that direction. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Truck crossing. B. Two-way traffic. C. Emergency vehicle crossing. Emergency vehicle crossing. Watch for emergency vehicles entering or crossing the roadway.